Hello everyone, my name is Zachary O'Shea. This is Box of Teeth. For the last 4 years on October, I've gone ahead and shared a homebrewed horror theme monster for Dungeons & Dragons every day. So this is your Monster Day for October 6th, 2023. Now, this first week, we're focusing on new monsters and cultists that are part of the Waning Cult, a group of fanatics who worship in turn the Waning Princes, a homebrewed group of dark fae that I use that have a nightmarish and autumn feel, so they're great for the season. These are all for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, but you could adapt them easily to any sort of fantasy setting you want to use. Plus, these might be examples of how to help think of your own homebrew monsters. Today, we're going to go ahead and cover the Sidewick. A cloying candle burns steadily atop this terror's gourd-like head, its sallow wax dripping down a grinning, rotting face. A tangle of thorny vines with wide, serrated leaves comprises the rest of its hulking upper body that some say resemble a humanoid. Claws comprised of pitchfork heads jut from the Sidewick's ropey arms. Its legs and feet aren't like two tree trunks. They are two tree trunks with a flattened bottom. The candle atop its head burns brighter when prey is near or a spell is directed through it. It burns even brighter still whenever it lances a victim with eldritch flame. Now, as part of the cult, the Sidewick is a companion for the various warlocks and sorcerers and the like that are part of it. The candle atop the Sidewick's head is a mixture of blood honey and the fat from a fairy from either the summer or the winter court. This poor creature was caught by the cult and slowly rendered down as a living sacrifice to the Waning Princes. Not only does this ultimate act of depravity earn the scorn of the other fairy courts, but it channels that dead fae's energy into the rotting gourd the candle is now affixed to. When the candle is lit, the magic surges outward, and the rest of the hateful plant grows within seconds, and it renders this monster subservient to whoever lit the candle. The candle never expends its fuel, though, but when it's blown out, the dying Sidewick goes on a rampage until it withers away. Then only the candle affixed to the gourd remains, awaiting a fresh flame. I hope that is pretty evocative just from prose, but let's go ahead and take a look at the Sidewick's statistics for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Again, it is a play on words for sidekick. All right, this is a large plant. It is lawful evil. It has natural armor, some pretty good stats. It's a challenge rating 4. It does have damage resistance to lightning, thunder, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks that aren't adamantine. It is immune to various conditions, kind of like a construct, even though it's a plant because of the way that it is made, which is charmed, exhaustion, and frightened. It has berserk, not unlike a flesh golem. However, it goes berserk whenever the candle is blown out. It has telepathic bond, so it can always communicate with its candle bearer as long as they're on the same plane of existence. Speaking of the candle bearer, that ties into its candle bound ability. So, the Sidewick rests in a dormant state until the creature lights a candle on its gourd-like head and becomes its candle bearer. The Sidewick returns to life with full hit points and is bound to the candle bearer at this point. As long as the candle burns, the candle bearer may redirect any spell through the Sidewick, and the Sidewick is now the point that the spell is casted from. And likewise now, any spell that is cast at the candle bearer can be then moved to the Sidewick. So this is very useful in both an offensive and a defensive platform. However, if the candle is extinguished by something like gust of wind, create water, or a similar effect, then the Sidewick goes berserk and becomes a danger to everyone, including the person who originally lit the candle. It loses hit points every turn until it dies, and at which point it withers away, leaving just the gourd and the candle behind. Hopefully your players don't pick it up and use it, but they might. So that might be something you have to deal with down the line, but it's a pretty evil act. Attack-wise, it's pretty simple. It's got its big pitchfork-like hands that it uses to make claw attacks. It also has Eldritch Burn, so it can make a lance of fire damage from its candle. Mostly, it's just there to protect its spellcaster and to make the spells that the spellcaster, the candle bearer, is using all the more effective. Well, I'm glad I can share that particularly nasty monster with you, and I appreciate the online friends who inspired the idea for me. This first week has been a blast. We only have one more day to go, so we have one more cultist tomorrow, and then we'll be moving into week 2 on Sunday, where we'll be going over some legendary versions of previous monsters I've come up with, so each of the videos will be a bit of a twofer. Really looking forward to that. If you're interested in the previous monsters that I built for every October, or the hundreds of other horror-themed monsters that I have for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, you can find them all for free at boxofteeth.blogspot.com. If you'd like to check out the other horror role-playing game projects that I have that are not D&D at all, or the horror fiction that I write, which includes Grease Paint right there, which is a killer clown. It's a great read for the spooky season. You can always go to www.zacharyoshay.com. I really, again, appreciate your time and your attention. I hope you have a great weekend ahead of you.